As always, thanks for tuning in to BlackBox Mobile. So I was watching the video or the unveiling of the LG Wing, and at the very end of the video, they had some sort of looked like a phone that was lying flat that kind of slid out. And it reminded me of something. Well, it reminded me of the Blackberry Priv. And this is what the video kind of did. So the phone was like this. We're guessing it's a phone. And then it just kind of slid open like that. It just kind of made me remember how good phones were 5 years ago. This thing came out in 2015 and it still works to this day. So we're going to take a look at it. Okay, so right after opening it, okay, I don't know if you heard that. That's the haptic feedback vibrations. Very good on this phone. Two things I noticed. One, it was a pretty flashy phone for 5 years ago. Two, this thing heats up really fast. I just booted it up and it's hot. It went from 95% to 92 literally in minutes. So, you want to know how hot it actually is? 35 degrees, 35.2 degrees Celsius. And the phone is it's been on for a few minutes. So everything it should have been loaded. I don't have any apps going on right now. This thing is a beast. So the Snapdragon 808 processor was used in this phone, and as performance-wise, no issues. Heat. So again, just to clarify, this is the OnePlus 7 Pro 5G. 23.7 degrees. Okay, enough about heat. Let's talk about some of the good qualities of this phone. The screen was really nice. Actually, was a curved display. Super satisfying, well built, durable. Bored of that yet? And then the back. This was a fiberglass rubberized material. I mean, if I put this down, I have to push it. So it had grip. So one thing we really do like about the Priv is the keyboard is used as a mouse pad. Even when you're in a browser like Chrome, you can go up and down, and you can also use the virtual keyboard. It gives you some shortcuts too. And it has swipe as well. So even if you were on Chrome and you started typing something like you can also swipe it with the keyboard. So many shortcuts too. For example, you're on your home screen. I hold the letter C. Launches the camera. You can do that with all the letters. The music too doesn't sound so bad, even if it is coming from a single firing speaker. Let's check it out. So only a single camera in the back. Remember, this was from 2015, but it was an 18 megapixel lens and it shot some pretty decent photo and video for that matter. The BlackBerry Hub and Inbox is probably one of my favorite features on any Android phone. The reason is because you can get all your notifications push, and when you want to delete them, you can delete them offline, and when you go back online, it's automatically taking care of everything. I notice sometimes when I use Gmail, you'll delete something, and then the next day it just pops back up. You know, you fix the settings, it's good for a bit, and then it just comes back, while this just seems to work flawlessly. Another one of my favorite features while using the Priv was this detect security system they have. So it would basically kind of scan your phone and let you know what kind of events certain applications were using. And also another big issue, or feature rather, is what's accessed what. So if I turn on the camera, it'll obviously haven't used this in a long time, but the camera hasn't been accessed in 602 days. Location hasn't been used in that amount of time, and so on and so forth. It's really informative and really lets you know what's using what in your system. So BlackBerry actually came out with some pretty cool accessories for this phone. One was that old flip cover case, and it had the hole for the LED notification, and then of course the nice melted BlackBerry logo, which everyone can love. Secondly, this also reminds me of the wing. So when you stick the phone, you get a nice back plate for it, and like the wing, you slide it up and then there's no protection here. But aha, there is. So if you throw this thing on, it turns into a transformer, and it does give you a little bit of protection. So now when you slide it up or down, you're covered. A light drop could actually protect something like this. We all know that TCL and BlackBerry have parted ways, and there's really no OEM that's going to be making BlackBerry anymore. Oh, except for Onward Mobility, which is a Texas-based company. They're going to be producing, we believe, a 5G BlackBerry phone in 2021, and I believe they're going to use Taiwan's based Foxconn. So the people who do iPhones, they're going to be producing these BlackBerry phones too. So that's kind of a nice thing and something to look forward to for any BlackBerry fan out there. So all in all, I could go on and on about the BlackBerry Priv, but the reality is this thing is 5 years old. So the only people who are going to buy it are people who are just really looking to collect something for nostalgia reasons. But the good thing is that if you still are using this phone 5 years later, it is capable. And if BlackBerry, or any OEM for that, were to still be updating stuff, this thing would still be relevant. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed this little mini coverage on the 5-year-old BlackBerry Priv. If you do like what you see, please like, and if you do feel like following us a little bit longer, you can always hit that sub button. Thanks for watching.